guys, Amanda here with Homeschool and Life, and I am super excited about coming to you today because I'm going to talk about October goals. I kind of love the start of a new month in our homeschool, and so it always gives me a time to sit down and think, okay, what do I want to do this month? And I'm kind of a big believer in writing down your goals and trying to, really think them through to be like, okay, is this realistic and am I actually going to do this? Because I could write down all kinds of stuff I wanted to do in October, but already if I look at our calendar, it's like every weekend or every, this day is already booked up. So I've got to kind of back it down and be a little bit more realistic in what we can actually do. So I will say this though, rolling into October, my kids are very excited. We do something, this is kind of random, but it's going to go, it's kind of our October goals. We have some funny things in our house. We're like, October 1st means candy corn time. And this is just something fun that we do is during our book basket time. Some people call it morning basket, some people call it morning routine. But basically, it's the time that we all come together to do either our group subjects, our enrichments, or just Bible, scripture, whatever. But like there's a time every day that we all come together. Lauren did a really good video on their morning time routine. So if you guys want to watch that, that would be, I think you'd be really helped by it. It was very informative. We do ours pretty similar, a few little differences, but that's kind of the main gist. But during our book basket time in October, especially like history, science, all the stuff we do as a group, after our lessons, I ask questions, and whoever gets the question right, I toss them a piece of candy corn. And we've been doing that since, oh my goodness, my kids are really little. So we've been doing this for years. And so all September, they kept asking me if we could get the candy corn. I'm like, no, it is not October 1st. So if you're looking for something fun to do in your morning time or whatever, it is actually the most engaging month of the year for my kids in answering their history questions, literature questions, or whatever as a group. I have them way more engaged because they get candy corn. So there's your tip if you want to do in October. But other than that, I have kind of broken my October goals into categories, if you may, like a homeschool category, personal category, relationship category. I didn't intend to do that, but as I came back, I always try to plan in my school room just because that's where my supplies are, so I can run and look, oh, do I have this book or no, do I not? As I was sitting back here planning, that's just kind of how it went. So the first kind of goals that I have written them down because I'm going to keep them posted in my planner. Are you guys digital planner people or paper planner people? I am. Oh, see, I've got papers in here. I'm still a paper planner. I do not like digital planning. Sorry, this is kind of off topic. I like being able to share files with people on Google Docs or Google Sheets or stuff like that. But as far as like digital planning, I do not like having it in my phone and notes and stuff like that. So I am still a paper planner kind of girl. And I have used this kind of planner for, oh my goodness, 100 years. And it works so well for my brain. Sorry, this is a freebie this week. Here's November. And then at the start of every month, I can write my monthly notes, and this is kind of where I write my goals. And then, there's where you could write your goals. Personal, health, work, finance. I don't really pay attention to those things, but I just kind of write my stuff in there. And then each week is broken down by days and lists. So I do my brain dump right here every week, and it just carries on from each week to the next, like whatever I don't get done. Anyways, so it was time to start filling out my goals. But I actually put them on a notebook paper here. And I think I mentioned in my video when I talked to you guys about what curriculum I'm using. This is actually how I homeschool plan, is on just like a cute little planner like this by days, because all I have to do in here is kind of jot down, basically I need to know what science project activities supplies we need, and because if I don't have my supplies written down, we end up not doing it. So that's mainly what this is for, or if a history project. But I'm going to transfer these into my planner that I'm going to see every single day. So for October, I have a goal. I'm having to do kind of like two different sets of goals these days. Like before, when I was homeschooling all littles, oh man, it was so fun and easy. Like all of our activities, like we all just did together and everybody loved. Well, now Lauren and I have talked about this a lot, and we'll probably come back and share with you about. We're in a season where we've got high school credits going on, but yet we're still teaching phonics to the people starting school, and so we can't just do everything together anymore. Like, I'm having to do a little bit extra planning, actually a lot of extra planning, and doing some separation. So, for example, this month, it's October, I want to do those creature critters. Have you guys seen those? I know this is like little kiddish. With my young one, where we go out and we gather the leaves and the sticks and the acorn crowns and all the things, and then we make a picture out of them by gluing them on a paper. So, creature critter. That's one of my goals. I know it's like a little goal, but if I don't write it down to do with my younger ones, we just get so busy that it'll end up getting pushed aside. And so I'm having to go back and think about some of the things that I did with my older two when they were little, and trying to remember and still doing with my youngest now. So creature critter, that's one of my goals. But on the flip side of that, I've also need to have goals with my older kids. So as far as like school goals, they're more interested in getting their schoolwork done and doing it well so they can do other things that they want to do, like practice basketball, or do some like cooking projects, some more things like that. And so one of my goals with my oldest is to cook a new hard recipe. It's not necessarily a schoolwork goal, but like it'd get us in the kitchen together and doing something kind of new and hard. And it's October, so there's gonna be lots of recipes that we haven't done. So there's that one. And another goal that I have is, I would, each kid had a different morning, and we would get it, like it was like Man Monday, Woman Wednesday. I know, I'm all about some alliterations. But we would get up and we would get up really early, and we would have a devotion together with our Bibles on the back porch or the front porch. And what made it fun was like they would get some kind of special snack. Like I bought terrible, unhealthy, probably honey buns or something snack, and then we would have hot chocolate or something like that early in the morning and share a devotion. However, I am marathon training right now. I've only got 4 weeks left. I've been training with my friend Brandy. And so I'm gone basically every morning running. And so it's kind of messed up that routine that we've had, and I've really missed it. And I kind of talked to my oldists, both of them, and they really liked that thing that we had. So during the month of October, I would like to figure out how to get that back in to our schedule, which would be easier if I set that goal for November, because the marathon is November 5th. And then, because I'm going to basically run the rest of October, but that is one of my goals, is relationally to put that one back in. Another homeschool goal is I want to memorize a fall poem. How we've done our memorization is, like a lot of times we would memorize scriptures. We've done it to where we have memorized actually long passages of scriptures, and that's always been really fun. But teaching my youngest, I'm realizing like he really likes poems. We do kind of some poetry in his first grade work. And so I'd like to, in our morning basket time, find kind of a harder poem to do. And that's where some of my older ones are going to go in. So memorize a fall, more difficult poem the whole month of October. So I'm kind of excited about that. Nobody's going to be excited about that but me, I'm sure, but that's okay. And in our morning basket times, they all have sketchbooks, and like while I'm talking, like they can write down their scripture that we're reading that day, or draw a picture to go with our history or something like that. And so we'll do a lot of things in our sketchbooks with our poem. So that's one of my goals. And to start a Civil War read aloud. I have been finishing up some of my read alouds with my youngers, but I am so missing our entire family read alouds. So October, I'm going to finish up my series I'm doing with my youngest two, and then we're getting back to a family read aloud, and we're going to do one in the Civil War era, because that's where we've been in our history. But the problem will be narrowing it down which one I want to do, because I've kind of got a bunch on my list. So I'll let you know what I choose when I get to it. So that's one of mine. And so I talked about the creature critters. Sorry, going back to having the little ones. My older ones were doing knot grass history, and they have really good projects in there. So one of my goals in the month of October is to actually, I assign them the projects and they do pretty good at them. But one of my goals is to like get really deep and hands down in with them and like really help them put together a project. As far, when I say really help them, I mean taking them to Hobby Lobby to get their supplies and just providing them with the resources to do it well. So that's one thing I'm going to do with my olders. And also I feel like I'm saying that a lot. It sounds like I have a lot of goals, but it's really just about 6 or 7, and they're all different categories. The next one is I want to host something. I know this is probably a crazy month in my life to try to do that, because we've got something going on every weekend, and I typically host a Christmas party. But I've decided, like, I want to host something in October, whether it be somebody over for dinner, or something for some of my kids' friends, or something with Lauren and I was like, not just our co-op, but like maybe an extra activity for the kids, but host something in October. Again, when my youngers were little and we didn't have, I know it sounds like a bunch of the outside activities going on, we actually did quite a bit of hosting and parties and things like that in October. So that's one of my goals, is to host something. So let me know if you host things. I'm interested there. So I think that'll be really fun. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. In my home, I have 2 goals. Decorate for fall and make an apple pie. I've been saying I'm going to make my kids an apple pie every Friday for like a month, and I haven't done it. And it's October and I still haven't decorated for fall. And it's because it's been really hot here in Arkansas. One afternoon, I had time after September came, and I was like, okay, I can do it. But it was like 95 degrees, and I was like, I do not want to go get all my stuff out and decorate for fall. And so now I feel like, oh great, it's October, and I'm one of those people who I decorate early for Christmas. And so I'm like, I really need to decorate for fall. Maybe I shouldn't just say October. Maybe I should say, like, I'm going to do that this week. And I don't know where you are on Camp Decorate for Christmas, but I decorate earlier for Christmas. I used to not. I used to wouldn't do it until after Thanksgiving. But then I was like, it is a lot of work to get out all my Christmas decorations and put them up. And so I just want them to be up longer than 4 or 5 weeks. So I need to decorate for fall so that I can decorate for Christmas in November like I typically do. So decorate for fall and make an apple pie. I can do those in my home, right? Two simple goals. A personal goal, you might say, is, which I already told you, I'm training for a marathon. I have 4 weeks left of training. Brandy and I started training, oh goodness, back in July, 16 or 8 week training cycle. I can't remember I can't even remember, but we are to the point where we're doing our long runs, like our 20s and our 22 milers on the weekends. So my personal goal for October is to get all my runs in, because November 5th is when we're going to do it. So I can do that. That's my personal goal, October runs. And let's see, and we do have goals with this YouTube channel. If you're watching, thank you. We super appreciate it. Go ahead and subscribe. Lauren and I would love for you to be a part of this community, and our goal is to just help others who are maybe just starting, share what we're doing that can help others. We're always sharing with each other what we're doing and helping each other, and we just want to help build a community that can do the same thing with each other. So subscribe, that would be great. But I do have a YouTube channel goal. It is to film 2 videos with Lauren. Lauren and I talk all the time, and we talk about what we're going to film, and we see each other every other week, doing our homeschool co-op stuff. But I'm like, man, people need to know that we do this together. So we want to film a couple together. Actually, before I sat down to film this video today, her and I were already texting, but we're not next door neighbors, so it makes it a little bit harder to get together. So film 2 videos with Lauren. Which, speaking of filming, what kind of stuff would you like to see about our homeschool? Like, I've given you my October goals, homeschool, personal, relationship, life, all that stuff. But what kind of stuff do you want to see with homeschool? Interested there. And I'm sorry that I'm saying it happens. So, what did I write down? Apple Day. Actually, that would probably be a whole nother video sharing with you all of my favorite Apple books for October. So I won't get into that now, but I will say that one thing we do in October is we typically have an apple day, and we do everything, well, hence me meant to make my apple pie. We read all of our apple books and paint apples and do all that, and I've already done it with my bigs, but I want to do an apple day with my little, but I didn't really write that down as a goal. I just wrote that down on my list as a remember to do. So that's kind of a list of some of the things that I would like to get done in October in our homeschool, personally, relationship-y, in my home, things like that. So I guess the biggest one, if I could sum it up in our homeschool, my biggest goal for October would be, I know I said a lot of words, but like putting in the effort and the planning to do the good things with my oldest and do the good things with my youngest. But because now I'm doing 2 separate groups, it is going to take a little bit extra planning and effort on me. So those are some October goals. Don't forget, run out and get your candy corn and use it the whole month of October in your book basket, morning time, whatever you call it, routine. Let us know kind of what you guys would like to hear about. I was talking about running. Let me know, do any of you guys run? Anybody runners out there that homeschool? I know a few, so just wondering. And subscribe to our thing. I don't know, is it, would I say point up or point down to the subscribe button? I guess it'd be point down to the subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for watching, and go follow us on Instagram. That's where you'll catch Lauren and I during the weeks, kind of showing more of like the real life behind the scenes things. It's Homeschool and Life on Instagram. So anyways, thank you so much for watching.